Welcome to my channel and let's code Java. Today we will code order service. I have created simple order controller REST endpoint with Spring Boot application with the mapping as /API/v1/orders and get all method with get mapping. So hitting this with get will return your list of orders. I have my resource order service defined here and initializing constructor. So when Spring will load this class, he will inject it with order service, probably marked with a service annotation of Spring. Order service, as I told you, it marks the service annotation of Spring, so Spring will initialize it on the runtime. We have order repository with Lombok setters that I can call it later to initialize this property. And now I find all orders, just call find all orders from our repository and return list of orders. Order item mapped to orders table, its entity, it has long ID, total amount as integer, order date as local date, and it has the list of its order items as said here. It also contains two sensitive fields, secret discount code and client IP address, that are internal field and must be hidden from the client. And also it has its status field, just string property. Our order item has its ID, its product name, quantity, and unit price. It also reference to the order instance from many to one relationship. You can hit here and go to our order. Great. So let's try to run it. First of all, let's try to build it to make sure it compiles perfectly. And yes, we have green V and build completed successfully. Let's run the application. I want to see my orders. Started and 3.6 seconds. Great. Let's go to Postman and hit the get of our orders. Boom. I receive internal server error. Let's investigate it. We go here and we have null pointer exception. Can't invoke let's code 10 habits order repository find all order because this order repository is null. Here order repository is null because although we have this setter, we never called it, and the compiler didn't notify us about this. So we need to do this to do this or the repository and call it from here. Yes, and run it again. Let's rebuild it to make sure project compiles. Okay, green V build completed successfully. Let's run it again. Make sure it's run. Started application. Great. And let's hit it again. I want to see my orders. Okay, I see it, but I have a very weird order item. Order item have order property, but order property also has order item, and I see the spaghetti here that I need to fix it. It also has exception in message not writable exception. Could not write JSON. Document nesting depths exceed the maximum allowed. Okay, this means it's happened in Spring Web. This means that here in order controller, when I try to return this list of orders, in order to convert order to JSON, it must serialize it to string. So it's come to order and try to call to string on all of each properties. Long, ID, okay. Total amount, fine. Order date, okay. These strings also, but we come to order item here and we have here in order item also reference to our order. So it's also must to print order, and once again, so we have this loop trap. In order to eliminate it, we will make some dirty fix here. We just do like this, and we will make this property null. Oh, peak will choose each order, but it's not a final operation, so I can do like this. So we iterate on each order and just make these items null, so we don't print it. Okay, let's try to rebuild it. Rebuild our project, hammer, and it's okay. It's like, let's try to run it. Started, great. Now let's try to run it again. Great. We see our orders, but I also see this secret discount code and client IP address properties I don't want to show to the client, so I need to hide it. And I also see items null that it's not so nice to see this thing. So in order to do this, I need to wrap my order by another class, so I can show only what I need to show or want to show. So I want to show ID, total amount, order date, and status. And maybe I want to show status with different name. Let's see how we do it. Instead of pick, I call map. You see how Stream API is handy here, and I see all arrow, new, order summary, oh, get ID, oh, get order date, oh, get total amount, and oh, get status. And when we see order summary, I called the last property instead of status, active status. So when it will return to client will see active status, not status. So this, so you can close with front-end team the properties, name of the properties, and define it in your record here, and just use the rename it like I did. Now I need to fix compile errors here and here, and let's try it again. Build, rebuild, hammer, hammer. Okay, all right, let's run it. Yeah, it started, and now let's run it. Great. So now I see my orders with properties I want to see, with names I also want to see. It's ID, order date, total amount, and I renamed active status to active status here. Nice. But when I look at the order service, it's not nice. First of all, I have here order repository and order controller. That order controller don't need to know about this because it's the inner implementation of order service. Also, the the thing that I have set here, it not make me to call it, so I can forget it that I do it. In order to eliminate this, I make this resource final. Final words makes me initialize in constructor. Here what compilers yell. Field or the repository might not have been initialized. Fine. And he proposed me add constructor parameter here. So I create constructor. So in this way, our repository property initialized in our order service, and I don't need to initialize it here, so I can remove it here and remove it from this. So this makes our order controller much cleaner. Order controller has order service. By the way, it also marked as final here. So if I will remove this constructor, it also will yell on me. So I edit. So order controllers has only one resource, and it's order service. So it has its constructor to initialize it, and it has the get all with find all orders. Let's make sure that this works perfectly, and I will show you another fix for it. Okay, it's compiled. Let's run it. And yeah, it's okay. And another thing, when we see find all orders, it actually do two things. It's fetch the orders and it's converted from order to order summary. So if in my case conversion is pretty simple, just create order summary response. But what if you have a more complicated scenario? The 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 better way it will be created with a method. Let's call it to to response to response for example public or the report to response that will receive order and will return this. So I can do it like this to response. This is much cleaner, but still our order service has two purposes. It's fetch items, it's also convert them. So in order to eliminate it, we define another resource called order converters that, by the way, you see, as soon as make it final, it's yelling me and suggested to add property to the constructor here. So I can call it here order converters to, it's called here to summary response, I think. And it does the job here. Order get status. Okay. So now our order service is much cleaner. We can easily see what it's doing. And it delegates uh, another tasks to another service. So in summary, what we see here, first of all, always use final for the resource. This makes you this makes compiler so in this way compilers make you to create constructor so you will won't forget to initialize it property. Another thing, when you work with database objects, model entities never return to customers. You have security reasons, you have trap loops. So just create your object, always create your objects, define fields that you want to return to the customer. You can close it ahead with your front-end guys, and then just define converters class and define method convert to that received your entity order and return your response. It's very simple, and these simple steps will make you to write clean, debuggable, and clear code. Thank you for watching this video. If you like my content, like and subscribe to my channel. And see you later, guys. Bye.